What is the dharma of humanity today as you see it, Sri Sri?
Humanity itself is the dharma.
But how do you... But how do you evoke a sense of empathy? How do you evoke a sense of feeling for
people? All these positive qualities, empathy, compassion, a sense of service, sharing, caring, it's all natural to every human being. It's the stress, mistrust, and all these other, the things that we have acquired due to circumstances or lack of education. I'm saying acquired due to lack of education. So these things have somehow shrouded this true nature that you are. That's why I say inside every victim, there is a culprit. Inside every culprit, there is a victim crying for help. So we need to get out of the culprit consciousness on one side, victim consciousness on the other side, feel healthy and safe, In short, I would say a violence-free society, disease-free body, quiver-free breath, confusion-free mind, inhibition-free intellect, trauma-free memory is the birth, sorrow-free soul is the birthright of every individual.
Can I put it in a ground level, because Swamiji talks at a very high spiritual level. If you can get rid of ego and greed, you're half cured. And if you can get rid of jealousy from yourself and from your soul, then you're fully cured.
And have you won each of those battles?
I think I have.
Yeah?
That's what I'm saying. The way to do it really is because what the pollutants to the mind, but like Swamiji said, you're born actually a good person. You were not born a rotten person, but the external forces or whatever your mind spins in you which you do not control actually leads you to these three things. You'll study any situation of conflict. You'll find these three elements somewhere.
How do you differentiate between aspiration and greed? Let me ask both of you that question. You talked about creating and building the largest medical facility in India, in Asia. How do you separate aspiration from greed?
Aspiration is a positive force.
Yes, but there is a tipping point.
If you dream, unlimited dreaming is the best thing you can do for yourself. And like we say, if you're not better today than yesterday, then you wasted 24 hours. So when you ask Swamiji, are you done? Other people can do your teaching. I was surprised. He says, no. Every morning I get up with the next step in my life, which I'm going to try to spread to the rest of the people. So I'm saying one simple fact, that because it has been strung by what the sayings have been today. One is saying your sense of purpose, your pursuit of that, which gives you that purpose in life, keeps you away from negative thoughts. And then if in addition you can actually avoid the temptation of ego, greed and jealousy, which are emotions which are born, which are natural to come at some point or the other, but you need to control them. And whatever technique you can learn to control these, and that's where Sudarshan Kriya and other meditative techniques actually come into play to improve your life. And I think that's the message, that if you can master your own negative energy, you will be the first, the happiest person, you will accomplish the most, and you will have the best of people around you. That, to me, is that formula, simple formula from the ground level.
Please add to the simple formula shared by Dr. Trehan, Sri Sri.
Yeah, adding to this, I would say, for God's sake, don't try to get rid of your ego. It may appear to be completely contradictory than what Dr. Trehan said, but it is not so. Why? I would say, you think you have an ego and you try to get rid of it, and that becomes the biggest problem. See, just being natural, the antidote for ego is being natural. Sahajata jisko kehte hain. Feel at one with everybody. Don't create walls between you and others. If others have walls and prejudice, it is their problem. From your side, you determine, I'm not going to keep any walls between me and others. I'm going to be natural. That can bring so much freedom and sense of sanity within you. And no, you don't have to prove yourself to somebody. When you feel they are all part of you, you don't have to prove yourself something to them. So then that ego question completely dissolves what Dr. Trehan just said. Get out of the ego. Just means that you don't need to prove yourself. That doesn't mean you lose your self-confidence. People usually confuse between ego and self-confidence. And determination. Determination, confidence, and with a sense of belongingness with everybody. Two things. One is sensibility and sensitivity. Life we need to. There are people who are very sensible, but they're not sensitive to others' needs. They appear very egotistic. There are others who are very sensitive, and they become really mushy sort of, emotional, in an emotional state, and they are not sensible at all. Life, you need the balance of sensitivity and sensibility. And this you can achieve, and I feel this is the purpose of education.
You were talking about finding the balance, and Dr. Trehan was also talking about alignment. And at the end of the day, whether it's yoga or it's medicine or it's communication, it is, and it finally boils down to alignment and direction. But, we've spent a large part of our conversation talking about purpose. Let me now talk to you about the other P, and that's passion. How did you find what you were passionate about?
Anything you do, you should do it with passion. Like a child does everything, with such passion. We need three things in life: passion, dispassion, and compassion. If you lack passion, then there is no life. You'll be like a vegetable. You are depressed, actually. Most people who are depressed, they don't have passion. So they are depressed. And those who do not have dispassion, they are suffering from insomnia and other psychological illnesses. Every night when you go to bed, you just leave everything and you sleep. That is a sign of dispassion. To the degree of dispassion you have, that much you get good sleep. So somewhere you have to let go of things. So like breathing in is passion, breathing out is dispassion. Every single human being is endowed with dispassion. Otherwise, you cannot grow up. As a child, you are holding on to those toys, you are holding on to the pallu of your mother, and then somewhere when you grow up, you get rid of all those and you move on, right? So the things which you drop is because there is dispassion towards it. And it is necessary in life. So as your consciousness expands, as your awareness improves, it's easy for you to let go of things. One day we have to let go of everything. We have to come to this reality, project our mind to the future, and see, one day I have to let go of everything. As well you do it right now. Mentally, once you let go of everything, there is dispassion. Once there is dispassion, I tell you there is compassion. No one can be called human beings if they lack compassion. Compassion comes by connectivity. Dispassion comes with knowledge or awareness about life or bigger context to life. Passion is part of life which we are all endowed with. As child we have got passion, and nurturing it is wisdom.
I want to pick up on the second part that you talked about, which is the principle behind dispassion. I can't remember who it was, but somebody said perhaps the hardest asana is the asana of having to let go. In India, where you have conceptually, yes, you know that, you one day have to leave the earth and so don't hold on to your material belongings. But every family, every household, they're saving for my children, I'm saving for my grandchildren, I'm building this property for, and that's the culture that you...
There's nothing wrong.
No,
they should have it. but have a good night's sleep. When they go to bed, they should remove their shoes and coats. You can't go to bed with your coat and shoes on. They should be used as coats and shoes, but no, not as, a part of your skin, right?
But sometimes this consumes you, right? This envelops you, it consumes you, it makes you do things.
When you don't have bigger context to life, that's what happens.